Everybody, Super Squee here of the Emotionally Unstable Gamer channel on YouTube, and welcome back for more of my big list. Year 2. Second set of shit. Oh, this would help if I had my phone in my hand ready to read this shit. Is that... Well, shit. Thanks. What the fuck is happening? Did I literally just type nothing for this? Okay, well give me a second. You guys get to take this ride with me where I don't say shit for a minute, because I need to scroll down and check out why the fuck there seems to be no text on this. Do. Okay, that's not it. Ooh, those are things for later that just remind me of a cool trip I took. That's not it either. That's not it either. Jesus Christ, I did a lot of things. Okay. We should be getting there soon. Not that one. Hoo-hoo-hee-hee-hee. And I guess I'll just go from here when I get back down here. No, I did. What the fuck? Like, I don't understand why this is here. I don't even remember why I made this reference on here, but what a great mom and son movie. A great family story everyone can enjoy. Also, Randall is a dumpster fire of terrible. I absolutely hate Randall. I hate that guy. I hate seeing that guy in other films. I think he's an absolute piece of shit. I don't know anything about him. I don't want to judge, but like, he just rubs me the wrong way and I don't like him. I really, really don't like him. But Clerks 2, it's pretty fucking funny. It's got some really fucked up humor and shit. I like Kevin Smith stuff, you know. There's our boy right there who said some things about my brain flatlined, so let's just move on. Slow at first, just like the first season, but goddamn, by the end, I just want more. The twists in this one, just wow. I need more Ward getting better. More Ward and Danny Power Hour time. Also, Colleen is best as hero. It also had some really good relatable moments that helped me understand some things in my own life. Definitely better than the first, and I look forward to more. Which we didn't get, because I think this is the one that was this season came out around the time that they started revealing that like a bunch of the Marvel Netflix shows were going to get canned. The way that this ended, I don't really mind if like we don't see Danny anymore and we get a different Iron Fist, but I would be really bummed out if they recast him or if they try to like retcon his existence, considering they seem to be keeping some of the other Netflix series characters and stuff. I mean, I think it'd be dope to see him pop up as a cameo. I know that a lot of people had issues with this, and there's some, like, shitty choreography shit and, like, other stuff in between. But, like, I enjoyed Iron Fist. Like, genuinely. Like, I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was as terrible as everybody thought, and I liked a lot of the characters. Like, I liked Ward. Ward was, like, an asshole piece of shit, and he's still kind of an asshole, even though, like, he got better and started becoming a better person. Like, ish. But, like, I like it. I like it. It's good for me. I did it. I fucking did it. I finished Dead Space. I finished a game that fucked with my anxiety and the way I hate more than anything. Jesus Christ, did it feel good. Funny enough, I feel like Dark Souls scared me more than this. It made me feel more nervous, but I beat both, and I love both. Isaac Clarke is a precious boy, and he does not deserve any of this shit. Like, ugh. This game, man, it got to a point that I leveled myself up so much, like my armor was so leveled out, that it was like I could get wailed on by enemies and legitimately just run away from them. So there were points where I was like, I don't need to kill anything. I know how to leave this area. I'm gonna leave. Fuck killing shit. And I would just run away, and it felt like, it just gave me that creepy feeling of like when you go out to take out your trash at night, and it's absolutely pitch black dark, and you can't see shit, and nothing is there. But it feels like there are a million fucking things like following you, just creeping barely out of sight. Except I knew that they were there because I saw them behind me when I ran away. My weapon of choice was the line gun. I maxed it out completely, and I love that it was like basically shooting like laser waves at people, and it made me feel real good inside. Great time. Great time. I like the Dead Space lore. A delicious gore fest start to finish. Even if the story is blah, still an enjoyable ride in the Dead Space mythos. So I went like kind of on like a binge with a bunch of different Dead Space stuff, and this was the first Dead Space movie that came out, and I really liked it. It was very gory, and it's a prequel to the game. I believe this next one, Aftermath, is like an in between. It's in between Dead Space 1 and 2. Like it's a transition thing. The like hub animation on this was ridiculous levels of poopy. I also hate the inconsistency of characters looking completely different and some of the art styles they bounce through. That said though, those other animations they use for each character telling their part of the story were beautiful. I like the overarching story in this one more than the first movie. So I'm not completely sure. I think it was Madhouse Studios. They do Trigun or did Trigun and a bunch of other different anime. But if you've ever seen, I don't remember what it was called. I think it might be called Legends. Halo Legends, which is an animated compilation. Or if you've seen, like, there's a Batman Gotham thing that's also like a compilation of different animation styles. And I bet Madhouse also did there's a Dante's Inferno one. But all of them use this type of style where it's like they have like well, not all of them have like an overarching thing, but this one had like a hub animation. What I call a hub animation is like it's the main animation they use in between that describes the story outside of the flashbacks. And it's just really shitty like CGI, like it looks like early 90s. Like it reminds me of like Reboot. It's better than Reboot, but like it reminds me of like levels of Reboot, but it came out in the 2000s, like way after that. And like Reboot arguably has more character than the style they use, but each character's story is in a different animation style. And Madhouse did a bunch of these things for like other people, where it was like each story segment of the compilation thing would be in a different art style. And that was super cool. And I think that was a cool concept they did that kind of like got beat to death when they did like 8 things that used it. But it was cool. And I like this one way more than the first Dead Space movie. Not at all what I expected. Thought this was some sci-fi crazy psychedelic film. It is real life. Wait. Okay. Let me reread this. I'm sorry, guys. Not at all what I expected. Thought this was some sci-fi crazy psychedelic type of film. It is real life. Okay, it's just the way that I fucking worded shit. It is real life. Is pretty good. Lots of boobies. Interesting psychological implications. So, like, I always thought this was supposed to be, like, some future, like, weird, futuristic, fucking dystopian type of film. But, like, after you get past, like, the weird beginning with, like, the gangs and, like, where they are at these weird bars and shit, like, most of the film is just, like, normal. Like, it's presented in such a way that it's really fucking strange, but it's like they're in our world. They're just on Earth. It's like just a bunch of like hooligans that are like fucked up. My only real complaint about this game is it's really, really easy to cheese the whole thing with 2 rows of sunflowers and a bunch of basic shooter plants. That said, the music is fun and keeps to the beat of the game. Minigames are a welcome addition to this Game of the Year version, which wasn't out last I played through it, and the sound effects are great. I forgot how fun the final boss is and all the little conveyor belt levels and the super silly credits music video. If you have $5 and want to kill a weekend or a long lazy day, it's not a bad deal. Yeah, so, like, I like PopCap games. I'm kind of sad that they got bought by EA, but, like, I guess it gave them the ability to do more, but at the same time, it seems like they haven't released as much shit since they got bought by fucking EA, so I don't know. But I like PopCap games. They're fun. Only puzzles I don't like in this are the virus path ones, which later on are super, super easy because you can just brute force it on a ridiculous level. The other two types of puzzles grew on me, and I like the animated comic style of the cutscenes. I really, really love the Dead Space universe. I'd say it's worth its $5 price tag. Okay, so this was just like an Xbox arcade game that you could buy for like $5. You can still buy it. I have it. But it's just a series of like different little puzzle games that are like hacking puzzles, and it's like an in-between that leads into Dead Space 2. Like, it legit ends like right before Dead Space 2 like begins. And fucking ate my brain. And if you finish all the puzzles in this, you actually unlock like a specific type of armor for Dead Space 2, which isn't necessarily that good, especially when you get it unlocked, like at that later point. And I have not played Dead Space 2. I have just like read a bunch of like extra shit on it. So like I know it's weird that the thing you unlock from this is kind of useless by the time you're able to get it. I started thinking, this is just going to be a spoopy story about a man lost in a cave. And that was okay. Then this shit happens, and I'm like, yeah, no, wandering caves for me, even though I didn't want to do that anyway. I love my imagination, though. Gave me a right good spookum. So, I just found, like, some generic fucking imagery for this, so I don't know if this was ever, like, a real, like, little mini book cover for this, or if, like, somebody made this, art and it had nothing to do with it. So, you know, my bad if I took your art and or somebody knows who the artist is. I'm more than happy to put it in the description below and like link to them. But I didn't even honestly think about that. I was just looking for an image that would be like the cover of this short story so I could use something. But I have like a H.P. Lovecraft compilation book that at some point I would love to just read it on YouTube, since it's what the fuck is the word? It's free yeah. It's domain free or whatever. Like nobody technically owns it. Anybody can publish shit from it. Like something like that. But so I'd love to read it on. But that was just like a fucking short story that was in there. One of the first ones. I think the first one in the book. You can tell they tried way harder with this film than a lot of the later entries. No, it isn't perfect, but you can see how much love went into this. Camera angles reminiscent of the games, lots of references, and even a story that they could have... even a story that could have... What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry. I have this tendency of, like, when I read ahead in my brain and the word looks weird, for me to, like, fucking just slam on the brakes. Even though if I would just fucking read it, it would make sense. Camera angles reminiscent of the games, lots of references, and even a story that, could they have wanted to, they could have made it canon to the games. The music is awesome, the practical effects and makeup are really nice, and even the CGI is pretty awesome for 2002. So that's it for this second delving into year 2 of the big list, my big list. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all guys next time.